you gotta figure out how big that slot is in this piece and how deep it goes, how tall it is and how deep it goes. That way whenever you're grinding this handle and shaping this handle, you don't get into that hole and blow out your handle. And you find out, you know, from the top how far that hole is, and then you just mark that out on the side. And you do it the same on the bottom. Make sense? And you're good to go. So that should be the depth and the height or width of our hole. Right here. So here's what I'm saying. Here's a little mock-up of what I'd like the handle to look like. But as you can see here, it gets into the hole of that tang. So I'm gonna have to modify this to where I stay away from that. Okay, so essentially everything that's black is gonna be gone. That's the plan. We'll see how she goes. Nope, I was just kidding. I'm not ready for glue up on the dog face. Surprise, surprise, there's more to do. I got to thinking last night that I need to finish the guard face on it, and there's something else I need to do, but I don't remember what that is, and I know it's gonna come back to bite me, because that's how I roll. All that needs to be finished out, and I might do something I've never done before. I might go ahead and shape this guard a little bit, just rough shape it. Crap. I think if I'm gonna stay with this whole YouTube jazz, I'm gonna need to get a camera, a real camera instead of my phone. And maybe a tripod that isn't from 1933. Not crazy shiny, but it's OD Micarta canvas. What do you expect? Got the small wheel attachment on here with the 36 grit belt. I'm going to turn it down quite a bit because this could get hairy. Remember how I said I didn't have any thin spacers and copper left? There's the piece I was looking for. Yep. Guess I put things back where I found them. I guess that wouldn't happen. There she is, just rough shaped. That's all I want to do is just kind of get the overall rough shape in, so I don't have as much work to do when it's on the knife and it's harder to get at. It might not even be worth it, but I did it. All right, I got everything. I got the guard all put on and pinned. Now it's time to glue up. I won't show you the glue up part because I'll have epoxy all over my hands and it's a sloppy process and I don't want to get it all over my phone. So I just need to clean everything off and then glue it up, clamp it, like Jed. All right, there it is all clamped up. Got plenty of squeeze out on her. That's the term, squeeze out. And that's it for this segment. I don't know if I'll smash this in with another video or not, but I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoy it, that's great. If you don't, if you find yourself watching this and you're like, this kind of sucks, then you might as well tune out because this is all I got. This is me. This is it. Hey, how come your hidden tangs are more expensive than your full tangs? I'll show you why. I'm glad you asked. I spent 4 hours milling this, cutting this out and milling this tang down to get it to fit so everything will be nice and smooth and fit up and not coming apart and all that jazz. And I still have to mill the guard and fit it. And I still have to mill the bolt, fit it. Yeah, I'm slow, I get it. But you asked. You didn't, but you know. I had some crap on my face. Oops. Okay. See this mounty thing here? Like it mounts on my old tripod. I looked for 5 minutes for that thing and it was right here the whole time. It was standing in front of me. It was literally right in front of me. I had to walk around it to look for it. All right, now if last you remember, I hope you remember. You probably do because it's in the same video. I don't remember because it's been a week or so or more since I did that. So I'm just gonna wing it here. So this is what it looks like right now. Kind of not roughed in, kind of cut the outline, the profile of it. Kind of tried to square it up a little bit. That's why it's kind of half sanded, half not sanded. Anywho, the next step is to contour the Coke bottle shape into this. This one's gonna have the Coke bottle shape. So I've made my outline here of the contour that I want, and I show you the tool you need to have for this that really helps, and I'll show you after I do a little contouring. Okay, here's what we got. So you can see the contour that I've put in with the contour wheel. What the hell is that thing called? Contact wheel. It's called a contact wheel. And still got a little bit to go here. Right there, I just now noticed, to get down to the copper. Sorry. I wore my mask, you saw me. So now I'll show you the tool that helps this happen a lot easier than just trying to do it by eye. Come on over to my work table and I'll show you how it's done. I'm trying to be more professional. That's a lot of green. This is called a contour gauge. That's where I got contour wheel at. See the connection there, how my brain works. Anyway, it's called a contour gauge. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Dang it, that ain't right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, yeah. They do what their name says. They contour things. So you just press it up against there, whatever you want to contour, and it leaves the impression in the wires, I guess you'd say. This is really hard to do with not bumping the camera and all that jazz. So then all you got to do, is just transfer that over to your other side. Pretty cool, huh? So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go eat some lunch. Y'all don't care about that. I'm gonna go eat some lunch though. Side note, usually this time of year, right now it's May 20 something. Usually this time of year, where I live in Missouri, it's usually 80 degrees normal for the highs, and probably hitting close to 90. Sometimes I remember one time me and a buddy went camping. Hey, Home Slice, you better be watching. That's his username. I don't call people Home Slice. You know what I'm saying. That's his username. I don't call people Home Slice. We went camping about this time of year a billion years ago, and I remember it was like 98 degrees with like a 104 heat index, and that's not completely uncommon in May. So what I'm saying is, it's 64 degrees today. The high is supposed to be 64. I do not like this. I know all you guys who are into bushcraft like I am, a lot of them, y'all love the wintertime. No bugs. What else is it? No weeds. Not this cat. I like me some warm weather. 100 degrees is pushing it. I'm not saying I love that unless I'm like right by the ocean. I'm just saying I'd rather have warm than cold, and I'm cold. I don't usually like my knives that much. They just don't come out the way I want them to, but this one, I hope I don't screw this one up. This is so freaking cool. All right, now here's where we are. I'm sure there's many ways to do it. Small idler or small contact wheels and that sort of thing. I don't really have a whole plethora of that. I got some, and I may do a little bit of that, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the rasps. I'm gonna use multiple raspi. Just do it by hand. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it by hand. Rasp, raspi. It's plural for rasp. No, it ain't. Is it though? Like I said, it's hard for me to do this on the belt grinder because when you're taking off a lot of material and you have a stiff belt, I use J-Flex belts to get in here. They're flexible belts to get in here in these curves, but they're 2 inches wide, so these curves are a lot narrower, and I don't want to wash those out. So I'm gonna try and set everything in with a rasp and then finish it out with belts. I can split a belt. I can split a 2-inch belt down to 1 inch. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. to finish these sort of pockets out, I guess you'd call them, these depressions. Makes sense? This isn't something I have to do on regular handles because regular handles are round. And this guard area here will, what I'll do with that is I will put it on the small wheel. I got a small contact wheel for the KMG, and we'll round all that out with it. Well, something we haven't talked about, or I haven't talked about on here, because have I done a hidden tang on here? Yeah, I've done lots of them. Something we haven't talked about is, for hidden tangs, is the dissimilarity of materials, meaning the different grinding properties between materials that are stacked up. You have soft material, then harder material, in this case copper, then soft, then hard, then soft, then hard, soft. So in order to get these right here to look right, you have to be careful not to dish out the soft material and leave the harder material proud. It doesn't sound that hard, but it can be kind of tricky sometimes. Whenever you're dealing with a soft belt going over this area, it wants to conform and eat away the softer materials faster than it does the thinner, harder materials. That's the best explanation I got. It ain't getting no better than that. I ain't no scientist. If you're looking for scientific definitions and explanations, this is the wrong channel. I've said that before, haven't I? It bears repeating. There's where we are right now. This is how far I've gotten. This is the progress I've made. Hopefully I'll progress further. I like this knife. They're starting to turn into knife-shaped objects. That's good. That's where I want to be. Knife-shaped is always good. I've been doing some profiling on the small wheel and a little bit on the Grizzly over here. It's kind of taking shape. It's getting there. I got the rough outline in, and now I just need to clean up these 36 grit grind marks. Kind of a little bit touchy. This copper gets real hot. It conducts heat really, really good. That's why we use it for electrical lines and crap, because it conducts stuff. It's a conductor. Welcome to the Turley Science channel. Thank you for tuning in. I gotta watch out. I can dunk this in water and stuff since the handle's all sealed and it doesn't matter, but I just don't like to because it gets all messy and gross. I don't like gross. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to get it too hot. You do have to worry about the lamination, you know, maybe, you know what, I don't really know. Yeah, I think you do. If you get her too hot, you could boil that epoxy out of there. The reason I know this is because I've had to take a handle off before more than once, and you gotta heat it up because the epoxy breaks down over a certain temperature. I mean, it's a good amount. It's not like you're gonna lay your knife out in the sun and it's gonna come apart. You gotta boil it or heat it with a heat gun, get her like real hot. Science.